Hello, I'm back with another video, and this time I'm using a little bit of lighting, a little bit of sound recording equipment. So hopefully it looks better, right? Last one was pretty bad, to be honest. I'm only using a small kind of study that I'm using at home. The walls are just bare walls, to be honest. I need to get some stuff up behind me because it's just looks a bit there. Now at least there's a little bit of light behind me. And hopefully you can hear me a bit better. Just make sure I'm recording this. How do you do this? I'm going to talk to you about reflections and photos, and why you see yourself in photos that sometimes not quite the way you see yourself in a mirror. Something doesn't look quite right in photos. This is quite a big thing that I've found over the years. When you tend to take photos of people and you show them, show the bride and groom their photos after couple of weeks or so, and they love their photos. Most of the time it's absolutely fine. If you're just doing portrait photos, you usually get some good feedback, as long as you're doing obviously good photos. If you give them crap photos, then obviously you're not going to get very good feedback. But what I found over the years is that when people look at photos of themselves, some people are, very confident in the way they look, and they love looking at pictures of themselves. But there's a lot of people out there that will maybe look at a picture of themselves and think something not quite right about that. Basically, when you get up in the morning, you have a shower, you get ready for work or school or whatever you do, when you see yourself in a mirror, you're seeing a reflection of yourself, and to you that's what you look like, but it's not what everyone else sees you like. And the reason being, mirrors will actually give you a reflection, a direct reflection of yourself. So you're not seeing the way everyone else sees you. That is a flipped image of yourself, basically. When you see pictures of yourself, photos, or see yourself on a screen, so for instance, I'm recording myself looking at a camera, I have a small screen to the right of the camera. The screen is actually in reverse. So to me, everything looks normal. If I was to hold up, let me see if I've got some text, hold up this thing here. For everyone looking at the camera, you're reading it absolutely normal, but what I see in the screen is actually flipped and reversed. So that's how you see yourself in the mirror. That's the way you see it, but everyone else sees the real you, not the image that you think you look like. And it makes you wonder, you will never actually see the real you unless it's on a screen or a photo. There are different ways to do this. Obviously you can see the real you. You can actually get two mirrors and put them at an angle, and technically you can see what you look like and what everyone else sees you like. But this is the reason why you look yourself in the mirror and you think that's you and everything looks good. And when you see yourself in a picture, it's the real you and something's not quite right. Also, when it comes to photography, the lenses can play a massive impact. The type of cameras that people are using to take photos of you in portraits, the lenses can make a massive impact. This particular lens that I'm using to record this is a 24, which one have I got? This one, 24 to 70 f2.8. I am at 2.8, so the aperture is nice and wide open, which means I've got a nice blur behind me, hopefully. And it's a good lens. I'm roughly recording. Let me see what I'm recording at. I'm roughly recording about 40 millimeters on a full frame camera. In focal length, 40 millimeters. To give you an idea, the human eye, we see everything at, I would say, around 50 millimeters on a full frame camera. The way to tell this is if you get a camera up, hold it up to your eye, the viewing window, whatever, I can't even think about what it's called now, the little viewing window, viewfinder, thank you, of your camera. If you hold it up to your eye at 50 millimeters, you'll pretty much be bang on to what you're seeing without a camera, technically speaking. If you're using a crop sensor, it's different. We'll go into that in another video. So the lens can actually make a massive impact. If you're using a really wide lens, so anything less than 24 or 20 millimeters, it's considered ultra wide, and you can get some really weird distortion in your images. Probably not the best lenses to use unless you're going for a very specific type of shot when you're taking portrait photos of people. The reason for that is that the wider lens that you use, so the lower the millimeter number, so for instance you're using a kit lens, you may be getting with a camera, say an 18 to 55 lens. 18 millimeters is your widest angle on that lens. If you take a photo of someone up close, their head may be very long and elongated and kind of stretched out, and all their proportions look a bit odd. It can make photos very, very unflattering. So unless you're going for that specific look and kind of an artistic kind of point of view, please don't do that with portrait photos. Use a nice nifty 50, as they call it, 50 millimeter lens, nice and sharp, nice and quick, and you get a nice kind of perspective on what the eye actually sees for a camera. And on the other end of the scale, zoom lenses. Zoom lenses actually are really good for portrait photos. Zoom lenses can isolate the subjects. They can blur out the background quite a bit. If you have your subject far away and then you zoom in, you're basically compressing that image. So your subject's here, you're here, say for instance you're 30 foot away, subject's here. As you zoom in, everything gets compressed. So you're isolating this subject and everything else behind it gets blurred to a point where it's completely out of focus and you've really isolated your subject. It looks really good for portrait photos. So anytime you see like paparazzi or someone around and they've got big lenses out, they're the guys that you want to be doing photos with. Maybe not paparazzi, but anytime you see a long lens on a photo shoot, it's usually a good sign. You can get some really crisp images out of that. So how else can you kind of make yourself look a little bit better for you, the viewer, in photos? Well, one thing you can do is smiling. Now everyone knows when you smile or when you laugh naturally, that is the most natural smile that you can do. When you're physically laughing and it's a natural laugh, you are laughing at a joke, something funny. If you're putting on a smile, like for instance if someone says say cheese, you tend to just go. Now when you just smile like that on demand, on cue, it doesn't look very natural. Nothing's moving here. The reason why is that when you smile inadvertently, false smile basically, your cheeks move and everything, but nothing's moving up here. So you can tell it's fake. That is a big thing. When you smile naturally or when you laugh, you have a lot more muscles in your face that are moving. That can really make a massive dramatic effect to your images and the way you can tell if people are being forced to smile or whether it's a natural laugh or a natural smile. Big difference. Whenever you're taking photos of people, try and make them laugh. Get them to talk to each other or tell them a funny story or something. Make them laugh and then capture those shots. That way you'll be able to capture those most natural laughs and most natural smiles that you can get. It will make all the photos so much better, so much easier, and they'll really like look at them afterwards as well. So I hope this very short snippet video, as I said, I'm going to be doing small short snippet videos to start with, but I hope this particular one has helped a little bit in understanding why things look a little bit different when you're looking in the mirror compared to seeing photos of yourself. Be sure to just practice again with your photos, go out, get some more shots, get some photos of people, practice on family, friends, ask them if they become a model for you, just to get into the swing of things if that's the kind of photography you want to do. Continue uploading photos, so please help support me by liking this video if you like it, subscribe if you want to subscribe. I'm not going to ask people to subscribe, it's entirely up to you. I'm just doing it to help people out and to try to find what I enjoy most about YouTube videos. I'm kind of finding my feet, so if this is a good thing then let me know. Cool, I'll see you next time.